Welcome back to episode 2 of Drawing with Lisa! Woo! We're doing something a little bit differently today because we have an old sketchbook to look through. Actually, we have a whole stack of, I'm not going to get them all out right now, but I have a lot of sketchbooks. No, I'm going to get them out. I have even more in the basement, but this is what I have at the moment. I think there's enough in here for us to redraw. So that's what we have for right now. That's what we're going to be going through today. Look, this is acrylic painting I did the other day. Isn't that fun? Okay, anyways. This is the first sketchbook. I don't think I dated anything, but I want to say that this was at least in elementary school. This is our first drawing. It already looks like a good candidate, honestly. I was probably copying off of something. There's no way I came up with this on my own. I don't really know what's happening here. You have my phone busted. You know what? You know what this might be? When I was a child, I'm sure that I'm not the only artist who did this, but I would draw out scenarios that would happen in class. I feel sorry for whoever that was, and I really hope that that's not me. I look like a little whiny. Oh, this is interesting. It's a girl in a, I think that's a bookshop, because I think these are books. I still draw books the same. Does she have a pet monkey? It looks like she has a pet monkey, bro. I think that's a cat, but it's a monkey. No, it's a monkey. And look, I was getting really good at drawing jewelry, obviously. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the cream of the crop. I'm so sorry about the shadows. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe I can fix that in post. I used to draw eyes like gems, and I don't know why. A lot of these are gonna be unfinished. I think she was supposed to be a panda girl. Oh god, what? Oh god. Ah, that's scary. What is that? Ew. It's like a knight, or like, this, at the same time I was drawing this, I think I was watching My Little Pony. This low-key looks like the crown from My Little Pony. Oh, yeah, there. That is thumbnail material. Let's go. I don't know if I'm actually gonna redraw that. What was happening to her arm? Did her arm get cut off, or? I used to actually draw boys in my class that I had a crush on. I really hope I didn't have a crush on whoever that was. He looks like a dweeb. Girl partying with a DJ guy with long... I think that's a guy. It might be a girl. I drew on random pages. I've gotten a little bit better at drawing animals since then. This is a dog. In my defense, this is me drawing a dog without a challenge. This is me drawing a dog. I was trying to write out D-O-G and then turn it into a dog because I think that was like a trend. I wasn't very good at it. What the frig? Nick, aka Goblin. This is probably someone I knew at the time. I feel very bad for them. I'm sure this is a joke drawing, right? There's no... Oh god, there's more. Oh, 10 hours later. I have always done the flower crown thing, you know? Some things always stay true. Was this supposed to be a picture for Bella? Oh god. Hey, at least I knew it was ugly. And clearly I spelled emoji wrong because I can't spell. I feel like a lot of people showcase their old art and it's like low-key really good, and then you're just like, oh my god, like they've always been good at art, and I'm just like, this is a drawing I drew when I was a child. It's awesome, right? Why is she looking in 2 different directions? Oh no! Why did I do that to the cheeks? What? Oh, okay, so now we're okay, I was definitely in elementary school. Have you guys heard of AFMAO? Because I was obsessed with it. They're Minecraft role plays. That one's unfinished. Okay, wait. Okay. Wait. This drawing isn't bad. I actually blended out the cheeks rather than just scribbling it in. And she's kind of cute. Her hand is a claw. I've played Minecraft for a long time. This was my original YouTube persona. Just kidding. Why does she have exclamation points on her? This was the blue-haired dude's girlfriend, Dante. Yeah. Well, this isn't Dante. This is Dante's girlfriend, I think. I'm not reading that out. Everyone has cringy interests. Don't pretend like you didn't like something that was really cringy. Don't even pretend. I think this was supposed to be a picture of me. Kind of got it. Like the round nose and the eyes. Why was I drawing it on upside down? I was such an annoying child. I think that's Caitlin. I remember Kawaii-chan. I wanted to dress up as her when I was little, and then my mom saw the outfit. She's like, you're not dressing up as a maid for like a maid cafe, because I was like really little. I didn't even know what that was. This is Bart Simpson. If he looked like a real person, obviously that's what I was trying to do. We have 2 more AFMAO characters. Oh, what was his name? Garnt? Gabriel? I forgot this one's name. The blonde dude. The guy who would yell sprinkles, I guess. And then I think this one's Dante. I'm glad that at least this one I wrote out his name, because or else I would not have remembered. This is the red-haired chick's boyfriend, if you couldn't tell. I'm trying to get to the part of my art that was actually good. I apparently wasn't happy with this page either. I got a weird fish guy. I got more pandas. I did like pandas as a kid. You're alive. Yes. Okay then. And then I have a cowboy boot, as you do. I was born in America. We were playing a game. I assume we were really bored in camp or whatever. So apparently I am going to live in a mansion. I'm going to have a pet crab. I'm going to be a garbage man. My future husband's name is going to be Bob. I'm going to use a sled as a car. I'm going to be 1,000 when I die, have 50 kids. I'm going to live in the void in Minecraft. And my fate is just fate. You can't predict the fate, guys. Okay, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I just noticed that we put under weird places to live Antarctica, the void, a mountain, and Canada. One of these things is not like the others. What? Kids. I don't know what all this is, but you just can't predict the fate. Okay, sketchbook number 1 is complete. Woo! We're gonna move on to sketchbook 2. I believe this one is late elementary school, early middle school. I was getting the hang of coloring. I didn't finish, but you know, my coloring looks a little better. I was getting into making comics. Hey there, I have a girlfriend. We have so much in common. I just stole that joke. That was not an original joke. We love that. I'm sure these are people that I knew because I would draw people I knew very often. And then I drew the same comic again because it was just so funny the first time. And then I have Vox over here. Obviously, I was drawing Vox. I was definitely watching Has Been Hotel at this age, obviously. I would watch those, like, doodle channels that would, like, just Sarah Doodles or something, and she would just draw stuff, and I wanted to, like, draw the same thing. I'm assuming by this sketchbook, this is the first time I ever bought a micron pen. I drew an eye, because every single artist loves drawing eyes. I've gotten a little bit better. So we are going to move on. We have gotten through elementary school. We're going to middle school. There is a bit of a skill jump, I think, at least in my opinion. I might be kind of biased, but I loved if I was old enough to read I Love You, then I was definitely at least in middle school. My characters are getting a little better. I still didn't draw super anime. I don't know why I thought I drew like anime. Like, it looks anime, but like the eyes, they look like creepily realistic. I don't like it. I don't like this style, but I wouldn't really call this anime. My attempt at Lavender Town's art style. I think I actually did pretty good in the last video I did. This is me trying to learn, okay, this is anime. This is me trying to learn how to shade. I was still really inspired by Lavender Town. Here's a random girl. Oh god, why? Ew! Ew! Ew, why does she look like that? Why does she have that face? Ugh. I don't think I meant for that to be suggestive, but it was, so oh well. I would draw scenarios in class. This was from art class, and I remember everyone was wanting to play Uno, but they had all these different rules, like jump-ins and like all this different stuff. More Lavender Town. I'm telling you, she was like my obsession. That was me trying to learn the human anatomy. More Lavender Town. This is great. Why would I draw the characters? Their faces were so chubby. I mean, I still really struggle with the jawline, but I don't make my characters that chubby on the bottom. I would draw this girl all the time. Okay, so this is when I first got my first batch of Copics, but I think this one comes after. I want to say I had this by high school. I think this was maybe in the beginning of high school, because I remember drawing this for class because we were trying to learn 1-point perspective, so I was probably a freshman. More Lavender Town! I'm telling you, she was just my obsession. I got a little better, not really imitating her style, but a lot better at shading and stuff. Like, the hair actually looks kind of cool. More 1-point perspective, more of that creepy anatomy study that I kept drawing over and over again. Anime girl. I'm trying not to touch the mic too much. Look, it's Snoopy! Snoops! These are the only types of eyes that I could draw, but I'm pretty sure I only drew these two. So, I mean, I could draw other things, but I just never did. Sorry, this whole book is falling apart. Here's my YouTube persona. She's a gamer. I don't think there's anything else that's finished in here. Maybe second year of high school, we're gonna say. And again, I think this is where a bigger skill jump happened. So, oh, it's very smudged, but this is, again, from I Love You. It's a webcomic. It looks a lot better, like 10 times better. I was copying directly off of an image, though, so I don't know how impressive that is. I think I was trying to draw different ethnicities. That was me trying to draw a more epic pose. This is around the time where I started to realize that I was actually pretty okay at doing realistic stuff, but just not my own cartoons. I don't know why his ear is so big over here, but yeah, so that's when I figured that out. Because, like, you look at that, and then you look at my, like, cartoon sketches, and they don't look as good. Actually, no, I say that, and then I'm just like, oh, this isn't that bad. The hair is questionable. I guess I've been doing this thing with the hair for a long time. I thought that was a recent thing. I'm looking at this old art and I'm like, I'm still drawing hair the same way. I actually really like her face. I don't draw like this anymore, but it does look kind of Disney, but not. I was trying to teach my mom how to draw lavender. I like this girl named Leslie Lou Marie, and I was trying to draw one of her characters. Okay, leave me alone. Oh, this is definitely high school. This is a game I wanted to make, so he was like a stretchy zombie, and I have a skeleton with big arms. I don't know, it was just, They were just two characters I wanted to do. This is Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know why I said it like that. Is there anything else notable in here? Yeah, this is definitely at least high school. Okay, and then again, you look at my realistic stuff and it's just like, I was 10 times better at drawing realistic stuff than cartoons. I really had a lot to learn in the cartoon aspect or sphere. I'm still not perfect at it. There's this picture that's really bad. But then, guess what it is? Guess what it is? This is way before I actually made my channel, by the way. But these were the first ideas that I had for making YouTube shorts. I actually have, this YouTube short is on YouTube, but I have it privated because it has a different guy's voice in that I don't really talk to anymore. So this is my first idea for a YouTube Minecraft short. So that's just really fun. Oh my god. Tech channel in Minecraft. I don't think I was trying to make a tech channel. I think I was trying to make like a parody tech video, but Minecraft version. Here's the skeleton with muscles. This is me. I think I was trying to design the actual pieces of my hair. I don't even remember this. I think I was trying to make a plushie. These are all the characters that I wanted to make in my little game. So there's like a bee in a wagon, a sick slime, a koi fish with button eyes, and a bunny that stood on its ears, a muscly skeleton, and a stretchy zombie. It was supposed to be just like a play on normal RPG mobs, but like with a twist, like mutant RPG mobs. This is Suho from True Beauty. I don't know who that is. I think this was an original character that will come up later. Next sketchbook. This may or may not have come before or after the sketchbook we just looked at. I have no idea. Oh yeah, this is more recent. This is when I got Copic markers for Christmas, and I don't think there's much in here. This is pretty recent, actually. You can probably tell, because I've gotten a lot better at cartoons. I didn't even finish this, but I've gotten so much better at cartoons. Okay, now we're getting to the magnum opus. I can't freaking talk. Probably favorite sketchbook is this one. I got a lot of use out of it, as you can see. I really love this sketchbook. I believe was junior year of high school, so it was a couple years ago, but honestly, I don't know if I've improved too much from this point. I definitely, out of everything, I really want to redraw something from this book specifically because I am not sure if I've actually improved all that much from this point. So these are all the characters. Remember that character I mentioned earlier? That's him right there. This is when I was trying to create my own original characters. I only made them because I really wanted to have original characters, but I actually didn't like drawing them that much because I was like, I want to draw other things. I don't know how to explain it. I actually really like this picture up here and this one. This is their Uno night. I hate how like over time the pencil just gets everywhere. It's really annoying. These are the webcomic ideas. This is still Damien. Please don't read anything because you will cringe internally. This is my Clash of Clans build, I guess. I actually got pretty good at these. This is colored pencil, so I never finished it, but it would have been cool if I did. Oh wow, I thought I was so quirky. I think I stole this pose. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. It's just common sense. Well, I don't care about you and your common sense. So funny. Yo, I still don't think pineapple belongs on pizza though. Yo, freak, you know it's 5 a.m., right? Yo, freak, go cook dinner then. Oh my god, I'm so cringy. This is her being a supermodel in the middle of a store. This is my reaction to this. This is supposed to be semi-realistic, I guess. I don't really know what about this screams semi-realistic. I used to play tennis in high school, so I put it on her shirt. I think this is actually a girl I played with. And this is still my original character. Okay, we're getting to the realistic stuff. So clearly my realism has improved, and that's about it. I don't even know if I could draw better than this. Like, this is Jungkook from BTS. I think I'd move the eyes up higher if I had to say anything. This is a ninja frog. Very fun. These are random characters. These are my two friends. They were in the middle of the lockers. See the lockers in the hallway. So. Oh my god, it's Harry Styles! Yeah, this is Harry Styles. I actually think I could draw this one better. And you know why? Maybe not the face. I'm actually really proud of the face, but I think in this area, I started to get lazy, and in the clothes in general, I could do better. This is me going through my anime phase and trying to make a Japanese name. This is Brent Fryaz. Story behind this one that's actually not that interesting. I don't know who Brent Fryaz is, but I drew this because someone told me to, and I literally had to write his name in the corner because people kept asking, who is that? Who is that? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I kept forgetting, so. It's Taylor Swift! I just really like drawing singers. I don't know why. That's like my favorite thing to draw. My cartoons were getting a little bit better. This is a little guy I thought would be cute for a game. Actually, maybe I copied it from something. I don't remember. This is me trying to be relatable. This is somewhere where I saw in a dream. This is me trying to do more cartoons. My cartoons are getting a little bit better, and I like how I'm shading it. I really like what I did with the hair. It's kind of stylized, but with a pencil. Oh my god, this is my first YouTube persona. As you can tell, she looked a little different. She honestly just looked like a Valorant character, so we've evolved a little bit since then. This is my idea for my first video. So just having a character down here as I played Minecraft. I think I was trying to do a picture where someone was stretching their own face, but I think I stretched it a little too much because she looks a little silly. Do you guys know what the Ghibli Museum is? because I went to the Ghibli Museum and they didn't allow photos inside. They were like, no photos. So I took this sketchbook to Japan and I drew the inside of the museum because I'm like, you never said you couldn't draw. I think people were taking photos anyway, but I didn't want to be one of them. If you ever wonder what the Ghibli Museum looks like on the inside, apparently it looks like this, I guess. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's fun to draw things that you don't actually have photographs of, because then it feels more meaningful. And then the rest of this book is empty. I don't finish my sketchbooks. It's just not something I do. Did I already go through this one? Yes, I did. Now we're gonna move on to the actual drawing part. I'm really scared. I'm so scared. I think I'm gonna try to redraw at least one from every sketchbook, unless the sketchbook was like really empty. Let's get into it. I was going to do this traditionally, but setting up the camera is so freaking hard, and I'm just like, no, I'm not setting up the camera for this. Please forgive me. It's merely a matter of my setup and how I can do this. It's not because I can't draw on paper. I mean, look at this. Look at this skill right here. Okay, no, but seriously, like, we're gonna do my past self a little bit of a favor here and adjust the curve. There's probably a better way to do this, but so before, after. It just makes it a little easier for me to see. And now we're gonna get into drawing a new version. My worst fear is drawing it again and having it look worse. I think that's any artist's greatest fear, but I'm not too concerned about that until we get into the more recent pictures. Like this one I know I can improve on. Let's do an actual pencil brush in remembrance of what could have been if camera setups weren't so hard. We have to keep the same composition. Where's my drawing glove? I really don't want to draw without a drawing glove today. Okay, we back. We have the drawing glove. I feel like the only reason why the composition is okay in this picture is because I was referencing probably pretty heavy off of something. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath from going and running to get the drawing glove. Oh no, I need to work out. I'm trying to keep the same hairstyle, but just make it better, but it is a pretty fugly hairstyle. You can see how, like, unconfident I am in drawing fabric folds. Like, now I'm a little bit more confident in it. I think this is supposed to be a skirt. She has a very flat skirt. I'm gonna make it a little bit more of a cutesy skirt. It folds out a little bit more. And I'm gonna make her hair a little bit more dramatic. I think it was supposed to be waving in the wind. I believe this was a Winx Club character. I don't know what was going on with the background. Honestly, if this wasn't directly referenced off of something, I'll actually give myself props because it is kind of a cool composition. It looks very Japanese. I don't know what this thing is. And I think this is supposed to be like the little crossover thing in Japanese outfit. Yep, that's what they're called, Issa. Absolutely. And I think these are supposed to be like mountains in the background. Let's try to do this on only one layer, because in real life, you only have one layer. I should have done this on my iPad, because the iPad actually has tilt control, where you can like tilt your pencil on the side, and you can't do that in Clip Studio Paint. This is like shading with like a mechanical pencil. I have done it before, it's just not ideal, because you have to do like a lot of cross-hatching stitching like that. Now we gotta do the face. I think I can draw eyes a little bit better than that. As you saw earlier, I drew a lot of my eyes like rubies or like diamonds. I don't know why. Like in theory, oh, your eyes shine like diamonds is like a compliment. But then in practice, it's like, I want to actually copy the look of this eye. I know it's like so weird, but like I want to just make the same eye and put the same highlight, but just make it look better. I don't think anime actually has eyelashes going all the way across the top like this, but that's how my little kid self drew it. I really just put semi-realistic eyes on cartoon characters, which looked very creepy. Also, something that really helps is actually drawing an eye like this at a 3/4 angle so you can tell she's looking to the side. Like this one, I just drew the same eye over again, and that's not really what eyes look like from a 3/4 angle. You have to actually kind of curve them a bit. Dude, shading with this thing is so hard. Okay, I know this is kind of cheating, but I am gonna give her eyebrows. I know she doesn't have them in the original, but she needs eyebrows. And I'm also gonna change up the look of her nose, because that nose is just bad. I was gonna give her the same, like, upturned smile like that, but that looked bad. No, it actually looks kind of cute. Okay, fine. I'll give her the same exact expression. She looks a little less blank starey. I wonder if there's a textured blender. Will that give me the same look? Okay, it kind of looks like a finger smudge. We'll go with that. I don't know if this is cheating. It's not cheating. I can do this with my finger on paper. It's fine. In this original image, you can kind of tell that there's no direction for the hair. Generally, what helps is picking an actual point for all the hair to come from. It doesn't have to be a point. Like, some people say apart, but it doesn't even have to be apart, and it can all spiral out. Especially guys' hair generally comes from a point and not apart, unless they have a very specific hairstyle. It just makes the hair look a little more realistic. So all of the lines like this are going to be coming from that one point. Usually I like to speed up the sketching process, but I'm only going to be sketching, so if I speed it up, there's not going to be anything to talk with after. What generally makes a sketch look better is to have contrast like this, but too much contrast can draw your eye to the wrong place. And showing that I could actually add contrast to my pieces, I will make the skirt a lot darker. because it makes the whole silhouette look more interesting. Whoa, I sound so artsy. I know. But kind of side note that I'm just gonna bring up now, I have more to say about these other pieces, so I think this is a good time to bring this up. I have been working on a little mascot for the channel just because I was gonna make it its own video, but then I'm like, no one cares. Like, no one's gonna want to. I have it recorded if you guys are interested. I designed a mascot for the channel. He's very cute. And if you want to see the process, let me know. I'm going to be using him as little emotes throughout the video just because I think he's cute. His working name is Inky. What do you think of him? Is he cute? This hair is not the best I've ever done. I hate to be that artist that blames their tools, right? Because it's not the tool that makes the artist, it's the hand it's working in. But the fact that I can kind of draw with pencil makes this more annoying. I'm not going to blame Clip Studio though. Like, you can tell that this pencil was made for people to draft out their drawings before they colored them or made other anime stuff. Like, this pencil was not made for actual shading. Let's just add some dark places. This is not my best work. I think I'm blending it out too much because the detail is getting lost again. I think down here is a little bit empty. I'm gonna do what I couldn't do back then, which is just move it over. I'd say this is done. There's your before and after shot. Let's move on to the next one. Changing it up a little bit, I want to do one that I did in color. So I'm not going to use the paint bucket tool. I'm going to actually like color it in so that way it looks similar. Do you guys know what AFMAO is? Please tell me you do, or else it's going to be so embarrassing. I was obsessed with AFMAO, and they were Minecraft role plays. This is one of the ones that I will change up the pose because I'm just like, that pose is awful, and it's not gonna look good if I just draw her like this. Like, that's not gonna look good. I know we're flipping the canvas and I wasn't able to do that before. You'd think after all these years of drawing all my characters with peace signs I'd get better at it, but nope. Hi, Nani Dusky. You know that trend? That's so Kawaii-chan coded. Now there's just songs stuck in my head. It's so annoying. I don't remember what she looks like. I could pull up her Minecraft skin, but I'm not going to. I think it's more fun to just go off of this anyway. So it looks like she has straight hair, something that I do not draw that often. What the frick do cat ears look like? Or dog ears, or whatever. I'm not a furry, so I don't know how to draw this. I'm just gonna try to make them not look like leaves, preferably. I'm gonna have to give her heart eyes. You know, she's standing straight up, so we're following the same pose. No hands, but it just looks better. I have to draw a cattail. I need to stop with that stupid song. I did color in a sketch, so I guess we're not doing any line art either. No actual inking allowed. Also, it looks like this pose actually shows a little more. It shows all the way past her belt or her waist, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to add a little bit more detail to her outfit. I have to clean up this sketch a lot if I'm gonna actually color it in. If I was smart, I could have looked at my art through a light to flip it. So I don't want to hear any, that's not something you could have done traditionally. If I was a smart child, I could have put my picture up to a lamp and seen how wonk it was, okay? I'm gonna do 2 layers. I'm sorry, sue me. I'm still gonna do pencil though. I just don't feel like cleaning up this sketch. Oh, she's using, I like how I'm talking about myself in third person because I'm like, I don't want to be associated with this person. I used a very light pencil, so I guess we have to do this in gray. I can't believe I just said she as if I'm not the one who drew this. It's like, I don't know her. Do I actually have to give her pink eyebrows? I wanted to make it look like actual like cute little lace. I'm trying to show off wherever I can, okay? I don't know what that thing is supposed to be. Is it like a fanny pack? I don't know. I'm just gonna draw like a little gem there. Let's color her in. I'm going to physically do this. Let's pick an actually good purple. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying. 40 hours later. Yeah, it does make it actually look like the drawing though when you actually color it like this, because I couldn't color worth a crap. The gray lines really like cheapen it out, but it's like, that's what I had in the original. I have to. I don't know if this is actually gonna look good, or like I have a picture in my head of what it looks like and it looks dope in my head, but I don't know if it actually will. I've never done this style before. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna need a pretty dang good shading layer to bring this all together. I almost forgot to do the whites of the eyes. It looks like I'm actually allowed to ink the eyes with an actual micron, because you see this here, right there? See, like I inked it in black, so it looks like I'd be allowed to ink the face in black. It's already starting to look a little bad, so I need to watch out for that. Make sure it doesn't actually look like I drew it 10 years ago. You didn't come here for crappy looking art. You came here for an improvement. So here's me trying to actually improve it. Who knew actually putting limitations on yourself and trying to make it look how it did when you were 10 actually makes it look like how you did it when you were 10. Let's not lose hope yet. I'm just making the line art darker. I can't. The bright makes it look so bad. Like, look how much better it looks. Before, after, just making it actually dark. I'll make it a light gray. Does that make you happy? It's not pure black. Da-da-da-da. If you're an artist right now, I want you to take your art and draw random strands for the hair, because oh my god, it helps so much. Look at that. Like before, after, look at that. I'm going to add some cute highlights. I think my webby highlights might look the best. This is so fun, dude. And then I'm going to write in my current handwriting, Kawaii-chan in the corner. I think that's how you spell kawaii. I think. I still don't know how to spell Kawaii-chan. The before and after, 10 years of drawing. Honestly, I could have shown it a little bit better. It's fine. You can still see the pencil lines, so it's kind of authentic. Okay, now I think it's time to get a little more nervous because I did this one in high school, so we're gonna see if I can actually improve on this. This one, I can absolutely do a sketch and line art layer because I had microns at this point. I think I can still improve upon this. I think. I hope. Oh no, if it ends up looking the same, I will literally be so sad. Yeah, I was going to continue my sketch like this because it looks like the original, but this word kept getting to me. Semi-realistic / anime style. I'm like, okay, if we're going for semi-realism, I can't very well draw it like this, okay? If that's what I was really going for, then I'm gonna try to pay homage to what I was originally intending. So that's why I'm drawing it like this. Okay, I'm gonna get back to it. And now we are getting into the actual inking part. So originally I thought she was wearing leggings because her pants are just so tight. And then I looked at it closer and I'm like, those definitely aren't leggings because they have like this cuff here. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna bother drawing something with a cuff, I might as well actually make it look like clothes. I get the whole like skinny look, but it's not really showing off my artistic abilities, if that makes sense. I'm trying not to put the pressure on myself because or else it'll look really bad. I'm sorry, I'm not talking that much. It's really hard to ink like this, for me personally. Dude, I cannot describe to you how nice it is that I don't have to close my lines. I made these into sweatpants for more visual interest. I think they were supposed to be jeans. There's a lot of confusion in the old one, especially because it's not colored. It's really hard to see what's going on. Like, I don't even know what that thing is in the front. Is that like a baguette? Or like, what is that? I think, you know, it actually might be a carpet. You know those carpets that have like those divots in them and then like more carpet? You know what I'm talking about? I'll put up a picture. I wanted to change up the composition to make it more obvious that she's the focus. Like in this original, that plant, I was obviously taking reference from some plant in real life, but that plant is taking up a lot of the screen space, and I don't feel like it needs to be. I was definitely referencing off of something very specific for this background, I can tell. Okay, I think oh crap. I think we are done with the high school art. Let me know if you think I improved it, or if you like the old one more. Don't say you like the old one more, please. If I would say anything, the head looks a little big, but we are still trying to bring it back to an anime style, so I don't think it's that bad. So this is the before, this is after. I definitely think I put a lot more detail into the clothes, which really helps. The background, I wouldn't say is too much better. The only thing I added to the background was like actual perspective, and I think this one could be more accurately described as a semi-realistic anime style. So I'd say that's kind of a success. But yeah, so these are my sketchbooks. I have more. If you guys want more of this, I absolutely have more sketchbooks. I have like maybe 30. I'm not exaggerating. I have maybe like at least 5 more stacks as big as all of this. So if you want to see it, I'd be happy to go through it. Since you made it so far, I have a couple bonus drawings to show you that I found later on after looking through that blue notebook a little bit further. Here you go! Bam! Thanks for watching till the end! If you liked it, make sure to give the video a like. These are all of the members, thank you so much to them, and I think you'll enjoy this video if you haven't seen it already. Okay, bye bye!